In this advanced combat tutorial, I will be going over how to fight against multiple ships. Thanks to Kalypso Media for the free game. Let's go ahead and start with the ship breakdown and my captains. So Cookie Ramshackles and Dayron Esposito both have pirate galleons because, as you can see, we have 40 boarding strength, which is one of the highest boarding strengths in the game for ships. This, coupled with our boarding frenzy and boarding expert abilities, will make it to where we can capture ships very fast. I have Seamus Walsh with the ship of the line. This ship is a beast because it has a lot of armor plating on each side, but it also has a ton of health points. And I'm going to take advantage of the challenge enemies to attack you skill. We will be using his armor and health to take a brunt of most of the damage while our other ships go in for the kill. And he also has the ship resilience skill to take less damage. And he has huge Chainshot, which I'll explain why is so important when we get into the battle. Now Jop has the Carrack, and you can tell that this thing is a beast for cannons. It's got 2 cannons on each side, and it's got a forward swivel cannon. This guy also has the Trick Shot Marksman on the right hand side, which improves shots from a distance, and heads down to reduce range damage. He's definitely our ship killer. You can also see that the Karak has decent armor plating on each side as well to take a good bit of damage, but lower health points. And then we have Anne Bonnie that has the Queen Anne. So this has really good armor, really low health. It's kind of the same where it's got 2 cannons on each side of the deck, and it's really just a powerhouse for destroying ships. As you can see here, we are in a battle and we have 6 pirate ships on the other side. And then I have 5 on my side. Now with Queen Anne, she's all about destroying ships. Now for this advanced guide, you will want to take advantage of targeting in a line. You see here, I am targeting this ship on the back side here, and we are in a line with the other ships. And that is to do the most damage with your cannon fire. You're going to do full damage to the back ship and also damage to the ship that's in the line of fire. Be careful because friendly fire is available, so if your friendly ship is between the line, you will hit them as well. Jop, which has the 2 cannon decks, a big powerhouse in destroying ships. So we're going to do the same thing and shoot in a line to do the most damage to each ship. So one ship is already down with our firepower, and then we did some pretty good armor damage to the other ship. Now Seamus has only 1 cannon deck, which means that the firepower on this guy is going to be low. But in this case, we are going to use his huge Chainshot to destroy the movement of the more powerful ships. This pirate has 2 cannons on each deck, and we will want to make sure that they cannot travel across the sea as fast as all the other ships because they do the most damage. We will use this huge Chainshot ability to literally break the mast on the ship. Executing, you can see it does 87% cell damage, and then the top right has 100% cell damage, and then you can see the cell structure damage for -1 movement and cells torn for -2 movement, and the wheels are damaged for no turn. What this basically means is they can only move 1 tile per turn. This is great for fighting against multiple ships at a time. And then we're going to do even better. Seamus is amazing because he has this challenge skill. At level 5, the challenge skill has a range of 4, and you can see that 3 pirate ships are affected by this. They are all going to try to hit Seamus, which is what we want because he has the most armor and health out of all of our other ships. Dayron and Cookies are going to be better for boarding ships. We have low firepower, so I'm just going to get a couple of shots in anyway, just because I don't want to board just yet. Boarding really early can lead to very bad battles, so you want to wait to board until there's only about 3 ships left. The reason is because if you board ships too early, your crew is going to keep getting wilted down over and over throughout the battle, and eventually you may not even be able to shoot your cannonballs or move at all. Great, so as Anne, you can see that the left side cannons are pretty low, so they're not going to do a lot of damage, but we still have a full loaded cannon deck on the right side. And luckily we are going to get some good damage off right here. And then Jop is the same way, where we have fully loaded cannons on the right side. We're going to do some pretty good damage to the ship here. I can see that this one ship that still has the 2 cannons on each deck has movement, and so I'm going to limit this with that huge chain shot again. So now both of the heavy hitter ships can only move 1 tile per turn. They're basically out of commission for the rest of the fight. At this stage, I think it's safe enough to go ahead and board, because there's only 4 ships left, but 2 are disabled for the most part. So it's really 2 ships versus 5. Another tactic I like to use is, since our crew size is already bigger than this ship here, and our cannons have to load, I'm going to try and board anyway, just because the cannons will take time to load. Same here with Jop. I'm just going to try it just because his cannons also have to load, and he has more crew size anyway, so there's no risk in trying to board. For Seamus, 2 enemy ships are already boarded, and the other 2 ships can only move 1 tile per turn because their cells are torn. So here I'm just going to try to board because there's really nothing else for him to do, because his damage really isn't going to be enough to hurt the other ships. And there we go, 1 ship down. And a 2nd ship down. So now it's a 2v5. Just remember, this was a 6v5, and we wilted it down to a 2v5 very, very fast, using every asset that we have available. At this point, it's all about capturing the ships to get the most loot. So the big takeaway is that huge chain shot is actually a dominating force in winning battles against multiple ships. Did you know capturing ships also leads to a lot of gold? Check out this video here to learn how to get over 1 million gold in less than an hour.